Alright, let's start up Module 2. I apologize ahead of time, but I'm going to be looking down a lot at my notes because I'm really scatterbrained today. So I'm not ignoring you, I'm just reading my notes, that's all. Okay, anyways, day 31. So today we talk about scheduling your next challenge group. So really, I think one of the key points to success with challenge groups is you gotta keep inviting. Every day, you know, either post it on your social media. If there's certain people that you've thought of as being good for certain challenge groups, or, you know, being responsive to your posts or to things you've said at events or when you've been hanging out with people or whatever, you know, that's a good time to be reaching out, and it's a good time to always be reaching out to people and always be inviting. And partly you do that because not every challenge group is going to fill up. Not every challenge group is going to get people in it. You're probably going to have challenge groups that nobody responds to, and that's okay. But if you're starting every single month, at least 1 or 2 new challenge groups, and you're always inviting people, you're bound to have people, you know, the timing is going to line up for 1 person or 5 with a certain challenge group you're running that month or 2 weeks from there. So really, my recommendation is try starting 2 to 3 groups every month, at least so you really gain traction. You know, once you're getting big groups going, having several at a time might be a little crazy, especially if you're doing the full 60 to 90 days for a program. But early on, when you're really just trying to get people and trying to connect with people, you know, try out different programs, try different approaches to it, try starting them at different times. Don't always do the first of the month because that's what people love to do. Try the 3rd Monday of the month, or, you know, do something creative with it. But always be starting groups every month and always be inviting people to those groups. So one thing that I've come across in the past that I thought was kind of helpful and just a good strategy, usually it's good to have 2 of your groups be for specific programs, or maybe a mixed program group, or you know something surrounding Beachbody programs. But then your 3rd group, it's good to have something free. So, you know, a 21-day clean eating group, a 30-day squat challenge group, a 30-day push-up challenge group, a 30-day personal development or book club, you know, a 7-day Shakeology cleanse, or I don't know, you know what I mean though, like a free group, free accountability, free support, different kinds of groups, not necessarily even fitness, that help you connect with people, help people get results and associate that with you. And just, you know, it's a nice way to give value to people who aren't ready to purchase something, or maybe they're not interested in any of the programs you're running at this time, you know, but they want to interact with you, they need some kind of help. So that free group can really just help you make connections and help you help people without having it depend on sales or, you know, them purchasing or owning a certain product. So that, I think, is a nice strategy to have, is that every month you do 2 to 3 groups, have one of those groups be a free group of some sorts, and then have the other 2 be different programs that you can run, or maybe 1 program and 1 sort of multi-program group. So, so like I said, 2 to 3 groups per month, always be starting them. Keep inviting, no matter what. If a group doesn't get any traction, that's fine. Just keep inviting, move on to the next month, and just keep it going. You want to appear in people's feeds, so, you know, keep doing the inviting. Some people that are watching you might not comment or like or say anything for months, but 6 months down the line, you know, if you're still doing that inviting, maybe at that time they're ready. So you want to be getting these invites out there and being public about them, and be invitational. I mean, make people feel welcome to join anytime. So that's really key. You know, have fun with it. It's great to have original ideas. Like I said, you know, a clean eating group, a squat challenge group. Give them fun names. Don't just call them always like the 21-day fix challenge group. You know, give them just a fun name like Sexy in the Summer challenge group, or I don't know, Fit for Fall, or, you know what I mean, like, have fun with it. Make it interesting. Make it appealing. Don't make it dry and boring, because, you know, if you call it a insanity challenge group, there's a billion other insanity challenge groups out there. if you call it something interesting and fun, people are gonna find it more appealing, find it more interesting. So, and like, it's also a nice way to show off your personality a little bit, and really that's what makes you unique in this business. So by all means do what's gonna help you be unique and memorable. Another good thing that I think can kind of keep things going once, you know, everyone's excited for the first week or two, but then people tend to get quiet, especially if you have a small group. It's kind of nice to have a point system or a reward system of some sort. You know, give people incentives. They don't have to be huge prizes by any means. Don't promise to buy somebody the entire, you know, P90X3 system. You don't have to do that. But say, you know, an Amazon gift card, a Beachbody gift card, you know, maybe a personal development book, or, I don't know, a Dunks gift card, or a journal and a nice pen. You know what I mean? Like, make them earn something fun at the end, because people love prizes, even if it's stupid free stuff. I mean, we all love free stuff. Let's be honest. We all love free stuff. And it brings out the competition, which not everyone will respond to, but a lot of people will. And, you know, make the points easy to earn. Daily check-in, that's point. You know, if somebody's brave enough to post a picture, I think that's worth a little bit more than a post, because that takes some guts. You know, if somebody's super supportive or super enthusiastic, you know, they're showing up every day, they're encouraging everybody, give them a couple extra points. You know, be fair and make the system clear, but find ways for people to earn points so that even people who maybe aren't brave enough to post a picture, or maybe are really busy and can't check in daily, still have a fair shot at earning a prize. And then, you know, you can do multiple prizes, make the big prize something cool, and make the other two just something cute and goofy. But it's just, give people incentive, you'll keep it interesting. Tally it up. If it's a 90-day group, I mean, that's a long time to be really keeping those people interested and committed the whole time. So, you know, tell them statuses. Hey, every 20 days, every 30 days, this is where everyone stands right now. Oh, you guys are really close to this prize. You know, just keep it fun and interesting for them. And it's a nice way to kind of distract them from, you know, not having the incentive or the points come from who's lost the most weight or who's lost the most inches. Because if somebody's not getting that dramatic change while somebody maybe has a lot to lose and can get that dramatic change, it's kind of not fair to make it off of something like that. I think you can find other ways to reward people who do have dramatic changes, but don't make it just off of weight or just off of inches, because I think people who aren't seeing big changes might get really discouraged. And, you know, the idea with any of these groups is to help people. And if whatever system you're using is discouraging people, then that's not okay. That's not how it's supposed to work. So, you know, just keep that in mind when you're thinking of how to do these things. And, you know, you can always ask for feedback. Different people respond to different stimuli. So if everyone in your group doesn't respond to being pushed or challenged, then you need to find what will they respond to. So, you know, if you're not getting a lot of involvement and a lot of just traffic and talking in your group, ask, you know, what could I help, or what could I do to maybe help give you guys incentive to be more active and be more committed. Get their feedback. You know, we're all friends here, right? So there's no reason you can't just be honest and ask, like, hey, this doesn't seem to be working for you guys, what can I do differently? Because I want to help you, so please let me know how I can do that. Okay, next. This is something I learned recently, and it kind of really makes a lot of sense to me. We kind of, in the Beachbody world, get used to calling these challenge groups, which in the Beachbody world is great because we all know what a challenge group is. But as soon as you step outside of that, people have no idea what that means. And if you think about it, the word challenge implies a challenge, which, again, not a lot of people will respond to. In fact, it might intimidate and scare a lot of people, especially people who already are having a hard time taking that leap and making that choice to change their body and to do something different, to do something outside of their comfort zone. So we want to make the group as inviting as possible. And in this case, I would suggest start calling it things like a test group or an accountability group, a support group. Because those words, so, you know, accountability and support group both indicate, you know, a welcoming environment, encouragement, no judgment, you know, holding you to your why, that sort of thing. They encourage people to feel comfortable, that we're here to support We're here to hold you accountable, but also help you out. So that's a lot more inviting than we're here to challenge you and push you. Because, again, like, there's some people who are going to respond to that, but a lot of people won't. And, you know, the word test group implies something different that's going to appeal to other people, because it implies you get to test something new. You get to try something out. Your results matter. They're going to be counted. They're going to be used to evaluate something. And that gives people a sense of purpose and a sense of importance. And I think that's a much nicer way of, you know, the day-to-day stuff is going to be the same, but those words or similar ones are a much nicer way of describing a group to a stranger who has no idea what a challenge group is. So, you know, when you're putting these posts out there or talking to people, see how they respond to these words too, because the population that you're getting exposed to might love the word, you know, test group, while another person's group or network might love support group. So try out different ones, see what kind of response you get from people, and use that to kind of gauge what you might go with in the future or for other groups. Or try having a test group and an accountability group and a support group in the same month and kind of see how they go and see what gets the most traction. And, you know, it's okay to evolve and change and try different things because it's all a learning experience. But the biggest thing is I would suggest moving away from the word challenge group, which I still throw in it once in a while, but overall try to move away from it and focus on things like test group, accountability group, support group. Alright. Last point. When it comes to these groups, I think it's really cool to highlight sort of the bonuses and perks of these groups. One, you get a free shirt at the end of every single program. And I feel like this is somehow forgotten or people don't know, but you get free stuff at the end. Like, no matter what your results are. Honestly, nobody's judging those pictures when they roll in. You could have no change from your day 1 to day 90, and you should if you worked hard. But say you don't. You still get your shirt. Or I think for Brazil butt lift, like, you get little booty shorts. I mean, who doesn't want that? Every single program has a cool little design shirt. Often they have men's and women's, like, and you get that for just completing the program. So, you know, I highlight that. I like to say now, hey, you're gonna get a free shirt at the end. People love free shirts. Otherwise, you know, you can enter to win money. Every single day there's a $500 winner. Every single day. Then there's, I think, monthly winners. You know, there's the annual prize. I think the annual prize is like $100,000. I think the monthly is maybe $1,000. So, you know, you can win a ton of money. And I see these winners every single day, and it's not always some 100-pound loss or some 80-pound loss. You see people who just gain a few pounds of muscle, or, you know, lost like 10 pounds, but they look happier and they did well. Again, there's daily winners, so you know that's going to mean a whole lot of winners, right? 365 at least, plus the monthly and annual and such. Put it out there. You know, I'll help you enter your pictures into a contest for prizes. Who knows, if you work hard, you might be the next $500 winner, and you can, you know, always be entering. So, and you know, this goes for every single program. As soon as you complete one, you can enter, you get your free shirt, enter to win a prize. Done. So, it's good to highlight those things. It's good to, you know, tell people, because I think sometimes they just don't know. And, like, I know one of the funnest things for Mike and myself has been every time we complete a program, we're like, can't wait to send our pictures and get the shirts, because they're always really cool shirts. So now we have, you know, a ridiculous amount of free shirts that we really don't need, but we both have Asylum shirts and T25 shirts, and we have 2 different Asylum shirts. We actually got the original old school Asylum and like the orange one that comes out now. Turbo Fire tank tops, like, oh, what else we get? Oh, we both got Body Beast tank tops just now after finishing Body Beast in the winter. You know we're going to be applying for P90X3 tops. Psh, again, who doesn't like free shirts? And you really, it's not based off of what your results are. It's based off of the fact that you committed yourself for 30, 21, 90, you know, 60 days or whatever it is. Oh, we have combat shirts too. And pump. Anyways, you know, so like, point that stuff out to people. So, okay. I think, get back to my list. Anyways, I think this is probably getting really long, so I'm just gonna leave it at, you know, figure out what your next groups are going to be, when you want to start them. And it's okay, again, you don't have to start the first Monday of every month. You know, start on the 17th, start whatever, on a Friday if you want. But figure out what you want to do, what program or programs or types of groups you'd like to run starting in the next month or two, and start inviting. Start putting it out there. Come up with some fun graphics. I'm happy to show you what sources I use for that sort of stuff. And just go public with it. And keep inviting. Okay. Sorry this is so long, but I got chatty today. So, alright, I'll see you tomorrow.